it's crazy to see how many fans there are and all these people, and it's actually, it's a lot of fun. It's interesting and it's cool. I love meeting new people, and I love being here and love being asked to come here, so it's awesome.
It's always fun to come to Comic-Con because we have, the best fans around.
I just went through a night shoot and came straight here. So, but yeah, so there's Emily Bett Rickards, who plays Felicity.
Season 2 really is all about evolution. It's about going from either the light to the dark or the dark to the light, depending upon our characters and which circumstance they start the season off in. Pretty much everyone's going to go through some evolution over the course of Season 2.
They're not messing around in Season 2. I am Damian Holbrook from TV Guide Magazine, and I am so happy to be here with all of you today. We've got an incredible panel, and I'm not going to waste your time talking about me. All right, I'm bringing out our people because they're awesome, and they're going to tell us a whole bunch of stuff to explain what we just looked at. First, we are bringing out executive producer Mark Guggenheim, executive producer Andrew Kreisberg, Mr. Colton Haynes.
Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong side.
The incredibly gorgeous Katie Cassidy. The okay-looking Stephen Amell. Everyone's favorite nerd, Emily Bett Rickards. My favorite bodyguard, David Ramsey. And executive producer Greg Berlanti. All right. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
All right. First off, Katie and Steven, you were the ones with us last summer. How different is this Comic-Con compared to last Comic-Con?
Steven, can you walk around this Comic-Con?
No, I walked around the floor last year.
Yeah.
Not so much this year. Last
His
year,
face was all over the bags last year.
Last year, everybody, if you could sum up everybody's thoughts, if you gave them a truth serum, it was, we hope your show doesn't suck because we really want to like it. And this year, it's a lot of gratitude, and it's really overwhelming.
Yeah. All right. For the producers, Greg, Mark, Andrew. So what do you guys have up your sleeves?
Pretty much more of that. We have the title of episode 201 is City of Heroes, and that's really what this season is about. It's really about Oliver becoming a hero, and really going from being the Arrow in season 1 to being the Green Arrow in season 2. And and there's going to be a couple of more heroes helping him out this season, in addition to the ones that he's had last season. So it's really exciting. It's epic. It's big, and we hope you guys like it.
Yeah. But you also have, in addition to the big action hero stuff, you also have the family stuff that needs to be not just resolved, but like almost healed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So do you see the Queen family like ever having a happy dinner together again?
Well, some people are in jail right now, so that's going to be difficult. A lot of this season is also going to be about, Susanna Thompson, who plays Moira. It's really her season of redemption. Can she come back? Oliver's going to be taking a lot more of an interest in Queen Consolidated, which he's going to find difficult because his last name is now associated with mass murder. But I think when the season starts, you see that everybody's in a slightly different place than where we left them. And, some people are worse off than when we left them. Other people like Thea. Thea's actually, played by Willa Holland, is actually in a great place. She's going to be running Oliver's nightclub. No more schoolgirl outfits.
That's a great choice.
Yeah.
You guys blew the crap out of Star City at the end of the season. Very little is standing. Where have you positioned the city and Oliver's loved ones when we come back?
Well, it's 5 months later when we pick up episode 201. So we see some people have worked through their stuff, other people haven't. Like you said, the city really took it on the chin. And, as bad as Starling City was in season 1, in season 2, it's even worse. And I think that helps influence Oliver's decision that it's not just about crossing names off a list anymore. This season is really about him seeing that the city needs a hero. It needs a symbol of hope. And he's now ready to step up to the plate and be that for everybody.
And it looked like in that clip that Detective Lance is back on the beat.
Yes,
Wearing the
he looks good in the
old-fashioned
uniform, doesn't he?
hat.
yeah. You know, we saw in the finale he was caught by his superior having
Made some questionable
decisions by allying himself with the vigilante. So you know, he's one of the people whose life has profoundly changed. Although ironically, he's actually in a good place emotionally. You know, the politics of the station house were probably a little too much for his sensitive side, and you know, now he's out there helping. And you know, like the title City of Heroes, it really refers not just to Oliver and Roy and you know anyone in a costume. It really refers to everybody. You know, Katie's character, you know, Felicity, and especially Lance.
Okay, so Stephen, given that you know this is his evolution, how is Ollie at this point, having almost failing his city? I mean, he stopped the destruction, but a lot of people died, a lot of buildings came down, a lot of Tommies left us.
Yeah, everything.
Moment of silence, please.
Look, no one was sadder than I was. Everything that happens, not just in season 2, but throughout the course of the series, however long we go, is meant to honor Colin Donnell's character. And every decision that Oliver makes as it relates to anything in his life is inspired and considerate of Tommy going forward.
All right. Katie, we got just a taste of Laurel being a little kick-ass last season.
Just a taste.
Just a taste, but like little flare-ups that kind of hint at, you know, what could lie beneath. Do you think that she's a little closer to unleashing her inner hero?
I definitely think she's well on her way. You know, Laurel has to go on her path and through her journey, and I slowly think that she's growing, she's evolving, and she starts to kick some butt.
And now, clearly, we need to discuss the final seconds of that sizzle reel. So I'm posing to Katie and to the producers. Can you please explain this? Because what we saw was a little awesome.
Yeah, when we saw it, we said that was awesome. One of the things we're doing this season is we're telling the beginning of the Black Canary story.
They like that.
Yeah.
They're happy with that.
But like with everything on the show, you know, the first Green Arrow that we saw, you know, chronologically was actually Yao Fei. It wasn't Oliver. And the first Deathstroke that we saw wasn't Slade Wilson. And the first Merlin, the archer that we saw, was Tommy and not his father. So, you know, in the same way that we've sort of introduced these characters and shown how they affect the comic book characters that, you know, will eventually become them, you know, this is the beginning of that story.
Dig is so badass. Such the man. And he's also the voice of reason. He is the conscience. And but do you think this guy can continue to support a fellow who is associated with mass murder?
Yes. Well, you know, I think so. You know, something funny about Diggle, because, you know, Diggle kind of started off as like, no, you know, you can't kill people like that. It's not cool. It's not hot. And then, you know, he found out that Floyd Lawton was alive, and then he was like, oh, maybe you can, you know, because I really hate Floyd. So I think that, yeah, ultimately it is the story of the creation of a hero, I think, and Diggle being that moral compass will help with that journey. But I think, yes, the subject of where capital punishment lies and how he is a death dealer, what that means to Diggle's sense of purpose and sense of morality, I think is very important. And we touch on that in a very real way, this season specifically. We really do touch on that in an honest way.
And now, it's no surprise you are also built like an action figure. Do you think that Dig
I'll pay you later.
is headed towards superhero-dom?
Oh, wow, I don't know, Andrew. That's a great question.
I can tell you something very cool. John Diggle's character is going to start appearing in the Green Arrow comic book. You know, which
That's awesome.
Yeah.
we're really excited and proud of, because, you know, for us, you know, Diggle is obviously a character that Greg Mark and I created for the show, and the thought that he would then become part of the greater Green Arrow legacy to the point where like nobody can imagine the Joker without Harlequin, that you wouldn't be able to imagine Oliver Queen without his best friend and bodyguard and protector and older brother
And driver.
driver.
Nice, because I think that would be a very interesting turn of events.
So I decrypted their communication logs, which means I just hacked a federal agency. Kind of makes me a cyber terrorist, which is bad because I really don't see myself fitting in well at Guantanamo Bay.
Now, Miss Emily Betricards.
Hello.
Up with Felicity Smoke. You blew up last season.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Comes out of nowhere, fixes a laptop, and the next thing you know, we love her. What has it been like going from a small role to, kind of like ship bait, like Olicity?
Well, I had to learn a whole bunch of new
yeah.
terms. I mean, shipping wasn't in my vocabulary before. She was never a small character to me. She had a really big personality, and she was stuck behind this screen. It was a pretty big screen, too. But she was in this tiny little cubicle, and this guy shows up with bullet holes in a laptop. She's a genius. She's gonna figure it out.
And there's been much talk on Twitter and Tumblr and everywhere, in real life, that we kind of want to see Felicity find some kind of love.
Yeah, I think.
And
I think so.
There's no
She's
shortage
lovable.
of attractive men in Star City. Some of them are felons, but
I don't know what she's into.
who would? Because I pick up a bit of a heat between she and Diggle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, we just came up with a good ship name for that. Delicity.
It's Delicity.
Delicity.
Felicity.
Figgle.
They have.
But then I also see there could be great chances between Moira and Diggle, which would make it Miggle.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Miggle.
Yeah.
I think we have Felicity and Diggle have an old soul almost kind of connection.
Yeah, but you want to know something? People are talking about Oliver and Felicity.
No. What? Do you guys like Olicity?
Oh, I'm just saying.
I'm not just saying. Okay, so who would you want to see her with? Who would you want to see her with?
Choose your words carefully, by the way.
Am I even allowed to pick favorites at this point? I mean, I'm sitting beside both.
All right, well, here's could you see her ever being friends with Laurel?
Oh.
I can.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could be friends.
I think we could be friends, but I think if Laurel.
I might have to fight you a couple times.
Yeah, you might have to fight me.
We'd watch that. We would still watch that. And now on to our newest member of the panel, Mr. Colton Hay. Now, you got a ton of love at this week's Teen Wolf panel. From your former co-workers, the audience, your castmates, they sent out much love. How has
Emily.
it been going from lizard monster to possible sidekick?
It's less time in prosthetic makeup. I'm not allergic to red hoodies, so that's good. And the workout regiment's a little different, but yeah, I mean it's been nice because they've welcomed me with open arms, and I still talk to my Team Wolf family every day, but it's nice to kind of fit right into this family and see where it goes.
All right. Can you tell us if we'll get to see Roy align with the Hood this season?
I can say that's Roy's. Roy wants that to happen. In the comics, it happens. But I think that, in a way, season 2 can kind of be almost like an island to Roy, like it was for Oliver. So I think Roy is going to have to go through the gamut of things, and he's going to have to realize that he's not as big of a badass as he thinks he is. And, and I think he's going to have to be knocked down a few pegs before he can get some help from people who know what they're doing. So.
And he's also, in addition to just becoming, closer aligned with the Hood, he's also going to have to win over Ollie, correct? As the punk boyfriend of his little sister?
Which that's going to take some time, I think.
That'll take longer.
I think that takes a lot longer. We've filmed some interesting things already with that in mind, but you know, in due time, hopefully.
Do you guys think that we'll eventually see a sparring match between these two guys, like a physical fight?
God, I hope so.
I mean,
Would watch that too.
are you challenging us to a salmon ladder off? Is that what you're doing?
Best of luck, pal.
All right, so I gotta ask a question. You know, we lost a bunch of people last season, or you know, some came and just left in wheelchairs, some left in body bags, some left with rebar through them. Are we going to see McKenna again? Because all she went to do is get some rehab.
That's true.
Yeah. We love Janina. I mean, she was great, and we purposefully did not end her life so that she could come back.
That was the original. The original plan was actually to kill her off, and we fell so in love with Janina that we were like, oh, maybe we should just, you know, shoot her.
Yeah.
She's still out there in the Arrowverse.
All right. Any other faces from last year that we might get to see?
One.
What an entrance.
I've been on the floor shopping, and I bought this really great shirt. And I kid you not, because before all you leave this panel, I want you all to sign it. Because I'm selling it somewhere in China, because I got a plane to buy for my husband, and I'm going to sell this goddamn shirt. Steven, since it's, you know, going away from the Arrow to more the Green Arrow and the superhero version, I thought I found this and I thought you should have it. It's a 1989 original version of the action figure, the Green Arrow from Argentina. Because that's all I could find.
Thank you.
Sorry,
very much.
everybody. I'll give you gifts later.
I'm sorry that I stabbed you.
That's okay. Somehow I'm here.
So for those of you who may not know, this is John Byrne.
I love you too.
All right, John, what was your experience with last year's job here?
I absolutely loved being part of this family. I thought it was, for me, playing an iconic character like Captain Jack on Torchwood and Doctor Who, to then become part of another iconic show. But you know what was really nice about it? The weight was not on my shoulders. The weight was on that man in the middle's shoulders. And to sit back and to watch, I had a great time. Apart from playing Malcolm and doing all the fun stuff and everything, what was really joyful and joyous for me to sit back and watch was this young man in the middle become the leader of the pack and also to lead this show and everybody else joining together as a family and watch you kind of get on your feet as the true hero that's not Oliver Queen, but is Stephen Amell. So. Don't blush. You're blushing.
I am blushing.
All right, so producers, if he's here, we probably should talk about...
Do you want Malcolm to come back? But dead people can't come back to life, can they? Oh, well.
I got a few ideas.
That would be... Would you be open to coming back? Shut it.
You know what? I would be more than happy to come back into this family fold, I'm telling you. And if I'm being invited back, well, it's more than the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who's ever done, I'll tell you that much. It would be interesting to see how it would work. You know, since it's going to be flashbacking and going into the past and seeing how it all began, then I'm not dead yet, am I?
That's the beauty of the show.
Love it.
and from what everyone tells me, it's pretty much impossible to kill you.
Yeah, I
should have stabbed you in the head.
I'm like a rash. I don't go away.
Oh no. All right, we're gonna go right back to the producers. So we've got possibly Malcolm. Everyone asks, everyone hopes we have our wish list. Any DC characters coming this season?
Quite a few. Well, we've got, let's see, who reads New Teen Titans? Who's heard of the character Sebastian Blood, otherwise known as Brother Blood? Can I tell them who's going to play him?
Go ahead.
You want to know? Kevin Alejandro from True Blood. We've got Deadshot on the show. He is a member. He'll be back. He is a member of the Suicide Squad alongside Bronze Tiger, who will be played by Michael Jai White.
Not kidding around.
And we have one or two other things that we're still working the deals out, but there'll be more news, over the next couple of weeks, that you guys should tune in for that.
And of course, you have Summer Glau.
We have Summer Glau.
That's right.
Yes. Summer's playing Isabel Roshev, who's a villain in the Green Arrowverse, and she's already a great addition. We're all huge fans of hers. So, our first day of shooting this year was shooting scenes between her and Steven, and it's already very cool.
Very fun.
Nice. I want to ask the actors on the panel for a one-word response to the first script they read this season.
Brilliant.
I have to start. Okay. Epic. That's
good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good work.
Good.
Good work.
I tried.
Good answer. Good answer.
Unexpected.
Trees. When you see the premiere, that will make perfect sense.
That's right. I'm gonna go with daring.
I'm gonna go with me.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna take some questions from you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you read the first script of the season?
Mine is more than one word.
Shocking.
Not read it.
All right, we'll get you that. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go with some questions, but first, also, Greg, something about the ML family that makes you want to work with them? And are they just mass producing them in a factory? Because I want that ab machine.
They are natural born leading men, that's for sure. Yeah. And great people to boot. And I think that's the perfect combination for what you look for.
And you are running right from here to the Tomorrow People panel.
I'm racing up there, and anybody who wants to join me, please do. Please race right over there.
They're going to screen the pilot and then have a Q&A with the cast. And you guys, this is a banging pilot, so I would not miss it. Okay, so let's go to you.
The beginning of that journey begins with wanting to honor Tommy and honor his memory and be a different person than the person he thought I was when he died. So that's how things start, and thank you very much for your question.
All right.
When I have the scars put on, Patricia, who was with us in the first season, and Danielle from the makeup department, they've got it down to, I think, like 75 minutes to put on all the different scars and color them and seal them and make them not sticky. And so the physical preparation for the show is certainly more taxing, because you read so many scripts and you do so many scenes as the same character and the writing is so good and easy to remember that that part of it becomes a little more smooth. But when those tattoos and scars go on, there's no fast way to do it.
It's lovely to watch, though.
How long does it take to put on the abs?
Months.
After hiatus, it took 30 days.
I think we're all impressed by 30 days.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Go ahead.
You're definitely going to want to watch season 2 for sure. In fact, the opening moments of season 2 will give you a big hint as to the second part of your question.
I want to thank this incredible panel. John, Greg, David, Emily, Stephen, Katie, Colton, Andrew, and Mark. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in October.